Hello everyone, this is me, Navneet Dardi from Motiwala National Homoeopathic Medical College, presenting a video on history of medicine through time, which deals with the study of evolution of man and human knowledge, which goes down the ages with ever-changing concepts, goals and objectives. It shows how societies have changed in their approach to illness and disease from ancient times to the present. Humans have been practicing medicine in one way or another for over a million years. In order to understand how modern medicine got to where it is now, it is important to learn more about history of medicine. So, let's know how did we get to where we are today? In order to know the answer to this question, we will be going through a journey of medicine in which we will know about the evolution of medicine starting from the prehistoric medicine, Egyptian medicine, Chinese medicine, Greek medicine and Roman medicine, Indian medicine, medicine in Middle Ages and modern medicine. So, are you all ready? Let's start the journey. History of medicine is very long, and in this journey we will briefly touch upon as many of its interesting details as possible. The timeline for this history of medicine is no easy discourse, but it can be as something like this. First, we will begin with the ancients. Let's know about the primitive medicine. Primitive medicine is timeless. It refers to medicine as old as cave dwellers, before humans were able to read and write. The medicine they practiced consisted in appeasing gods by prayers, rituals, and sacrifices, driving out evil spirits from the human body by witchcraft. Archaeological findings helped greatly to learn more about the prehistoric medicine. The cave paintings indicate belief in the supernatural theory of the disease, as they believed that the diseases which do not have any rational or obvious cause was attributed to wrath of gods, invasions of body by evil spirits, malevolent influence of stars and planets. They believed that the evil spirits could inhabit the body and cause a person to become ill, and that these spirits would be removed from the body through the skull. The various forms of treatment, like the use of medicinal plants, geophagy, trepanning, shamanism, was practiced during the prehistoric time. Now, moving towards the Egyptian medicine, which is mingled with religion. The medical information contained in Edwin Smith papyrus may date to a time as early as 3300 BC. This led to the first medical records, medical books, dosages for drugs. The priests and the doctors were often one and the same, and so sick were brought to the temple for treatment. In ancient Egypt, one of the most famous and first physicians of the world was Imhotep. Besides being a doctor, he was also a builder of pyramids and medical schools. He was later worshipped as god of healing and as both doctor and divinity. Egyptians had specialist doctors, namely eye doctors, head doctors, tooth doctors. They believed that the disease was due to absorption from the intestine of harmful substances, which gives rise to putrefaction of blood and thus formation of pus. The Mesopotamia is the area between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, is often referred to as the cradle of civilization because it is the first place where complex urban centers grew. So, to be acquainted with the Mesopotamian medicine, let's move further. The basic concept of the medicine was on overwhelming belief in the supernatural, magic, religious priestly craft, and spell doctors. They believed that the demons are the cause of disease. The spirits were blamed. Each spirit or god was held responsible for only one disease. Specific offerings were made for each suffering. In that time, two distinct professional medical practitioners were present, a Shipu and Asu. A Shipu determined if the disease was a result of some error or sin of the patient, and attempt was made to cure. Asu was specialist in herbal medicines and dealt with the application of medication, washing, bandaging, and making plasters. Most of the information about all this comes from cuneiform tablets. Did you know the oldest medical prescription came from Mesopotamia, dating back to 2100 BC? One of the greatest contribution of the Mesopotamia to the medicine was the code of law in the modern sense, but probably a collection of legal decisions made by Hammurabi, a great king of Babylon. The code governed the conduct of physicians by laws relating to medical practice, including fees payable for satisfactory services and penalties for harmful therapies. The Hammurabi's code was carved on finger-shaped black stone still. On the top, it features an image of Hammurabi with Shamash. Below the relief are about 4,130 lines of cuneiform text depicting the code of Hammurabi. It is a collection of 282 rules with scaled punishments, adjusting an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Continuing further with the Chinese medicine, which has evolved over thousands of years with various psychological or physical approaches as well as herbal products which were used by the physicians. At the heart is the belief that two opposing principles, yin and yang, must remain in a balance within a person's body, and that imbalance promotes diseases. Various treatment methods were used by Chinese physicians, like practicing hygiene, use of drugs and dietetics, doing massage, hydrotherapy, and acupuncture. The Chinese literature believes that the great doctor is one who treats not someone who is already ill, but someone not yet ill. They had barefoot doctors, and the process of acupuncture attracted the whole world's attention. The Indian medicine is one of the oldest medical science in the world, including two major systems, Ayurveda and Siddha system. India has a long history of traditional medicine, just like traditional Chinese medicine, and Ayurveda is the most widely used system. It is a life science derived from experience. Its origin can be traced back to Vedic times about 5000 BC. Ayurveda is a part of Atharva Veda which solely deals with medicine. Dhanvantari is the Hindu god of medicine. Atreya was the first great Indian physician. Sushruta, known as the father of Indian surgery, in his medical text Sushruta Samhita, defines the purposes of medicines to cure the diseases of sick, protect the healthy, and to prolong life. Charaka Samhita was compiled by Charak, the court physician of the king Kanishka. Surgery was a regular part of the medical practice. Various surgeries were performed, including amputations, excising tumors, cataract operations, etc. In Ayurveda texts, dosha balance is emphasized. Ayurveda treatise describes that there are three elemental doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and state that balance of the doshas results in health, while imbalance results in disease. The medical knowledge from ancient Egypt and Babylon, and perhaps even China and India, was brought to ancient Greece. The development of the medicine in ancient Greece marks an important turn in the history of medicine, as they believed in the natural cause of disease. Asclepius, recognized as the god of medicine, established temples which were the first school of medicine. He bore two daughters, Hygeia, goddess of health, Panaceia, goddess of medicine. They believed in the concept of a healthy mind in a healthy body. Hippocrates was an ancient Greek physician and was referred to as the father of medicine in recognition of his lasting contributions in the field of medicine. Greeks rejected the supernatural theory of disease. They looked upon disease as a natural process. All the lectures and writings of Hippocrates are compiled in Corpus Hippocraticum, and he wrote the first code of ethics for the practicing physicians known as the Hippocratic Oath. Hippocrates said that wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. Hippocratic medicine believed in four humors: blood, yellow bile, black bile, phlegm. The balance in all the four humors indicated health, and the imbalance caused disease. The ancient Rome continued the great Greek traditions, including learning about medicine. Actually, many Greek physicians flocked to the Roman Empire, most notably Galen, who was a great anatomist and physiologist of his time. Writings of Galen influenced the European medicine. Medicine in the Middle Ages was reverted back with the fall of the Roman Empire. The medieval period is also known as the Dark Ages of medicine because it was dominated by superstitions and dogmas. Going ahead, there's Arabic medicine. A new system of medicine known as Unani system of medicine was developed from the ancient knowledge. Canon of medicine was compiled by Ibn Sina known as Avicenna. They introduced various methods of treatments. In the course of our journey, we have reached to modern medicine. Modern medicine thus begins with the noteworthy contributions of scientists. Research, use of improved drugs, and surgeries continues to move the medical science forward. Medical science in the modern ways is mainly based on advances in the field of medical science by use of various improved technologies and various new technical improvements. With time, advancement in technology, and even more experimentation, medicine evolved from a shrug of the shoulders and a fear of the gods to the folk medicine, and now medicine as it is seen today. And we are here today. So, finally, we have reached till our destination. The task of unraveling the history of medicine is very complicated, but I hope we have answered to our question after this wonderful journey. Video prepared by Navneet Dardi, guided by Organon of Medicine Department. Thank you everyone for your kind attention.